Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight. I wanted to talk to you about the tense and release technique. A tense and release technique that I learned last year and that helps me to release tension and to release stress from my body. And I thought, let me just share this technique so that you can use it too to release stress and to release tension from your body. So, this is actually for everyone out there who is experiencing stress, tension. I don't know, maybe you've had a bad day today, you've had a lot of discussions, maybe traffic was terrible, maybe I don't know why you might feel frustrated, driving from home in traffic. Maybe you had an argument with your partner, maybe you had some I don't know, procedures that you had to have done today, and it kind of made you frustrated or tensed or stressed. So it doesn't matter what, it all causes stress and tension. So then this is absolutely for you. Now, before we go into explaining this technique, which will be very short and it's not something that requires a lot of time, I will be able to show you really quickly how you can do that. But I just wanted to talk to you a bit about stress, and how it's important that we release it and that we release this tension from our body. So, whenever we get into our life and in our daily activity and things are off, things are not going the way we wanted, we actually experience pain. Things aren't going our way, and through our senses and through our nervous system, our body gets this idea like, oh, things aren't working the way you want, you're in pain, things aren't the way you want it to be. And so what happens is our brain actually gets activated. It gets this notion like, oh, you're not okay, there's pain somewhere. And our brain is like really, really old, and it has a survival mechanism. And you probably heard already about this, but our brain's primary task is to keep us safe. So when we get into these situations that cause pain, our brain actually thinks that we're in danger, and it tries to save us. And how does it do that? It actually activates a stress system in our body. I call it a stress system. That's my name for it. But actually, when our brain registers pain and things are off, it activates the stress system. And what it does is it's actually going to send the stress signal to all of the cells in our body, and it's going to give the signal like, hey, things are up, we need to defend this organism, I need you to work with me, and you need to push all the energy that you have available that needs to go into the muscles and into the tissues. Because when our brain thinks that we're in danger, it wants to prepare for us to fight or flight. And fighting or you know taking a flight, it requires our muscles to have energy. And so the body is going to reorganize how the energy is being distributed in the body. And so the energy is going to go from our organs where it's not really necessary at that moment, is going to push all that energy into our muscles, into our muscles, so that we can fight or flight. And that's why we also, when we're stressed, we also feel that tension in our muscles, like we can't relax, because our brain is actually pushing all that energy, because you need it, you need to run, you need to fight and flight. And that was brilliant when we were cavemen, because we got into these situations where we had to fight or flight. A bear, a lion, another tribe. There were life death situations probably every day. And so that was really necessary, that our brain gave us all of this energy to be able to fight or flight from that danger. Great. But it hasn't really evolved since we were cavemen. And so our brain still thinks the same, like, oh, there's pain, there's something off. Let me just activate your muscles and make you ready to fight whatever it is that's going on there. And that's a bit of a problem, because there's a lot around us these days that cause us pain. There's a lot of things that we have to do these days that gets our stress system activated. You know, millions of years ago, it was like we were relaxed, and then all of a sudden you get into this really dangerous situation, and then your stress system would get activated. You would get like really high amount of stress, and then you would fight or flight a bit, and then whoop, the stress would get, you would run, and then it would release. So you would have this peak, but it would settle down again, and then you would be relaxed again. But now we're constantly having these triggers that cause pain and that get our stress system going. Okay, we need to manage work, we need to manage life, we need to manage the kids, we need to have food on the table, we need to do the laundry, we need to manage our social life, we need to manage corona, we need to make sure we have an opinion on all the shit that we see on social media, or we have to save our relationship, we have to take care of our parents, and we have to do all of that, and we have to manage every ping on our iPhone every 5 seconds. I mean, it never ends. And we're trying to manage it all. And I mean, we can't really manage all of that. And it's constant stress, tension, pain, and our system gets activated all the time. So instead of just going like that, it's like on a higher level, maybe not in the peak, but it's like, it's a constant, it never does that. It just remains like that. And it's a chronic stress. And that's a problem, because when you're in stress, your energy is really all going into those muscles. You're losing all your energy and tensing your muscles, and it's not going to your immune system. It's not going to your digestive system and all other systems that you have. So your body's actually just continuously out of balance. And then we wonder why we're sick and why our immune system is failing. I mean, we need to relax, we need to release this stress, we need to release that tension. So it's really important. Now, I'm an infertility expert. Now, how does relaxation and releasing stress, go hand in hand with infertility? Now, I saw yesterday on Pinterest, I saw this quote that says, I'm going to smack the next person who says that I just need to relax to get pregnant. And I get it. If you have been trying to conceive for over a year, maybe years, and you really don't want anyone to say, just relax. If you relax, it's going to happen. And probably if you're already trying for more than a year, you have tried to relax to conceive. You probably have tried it out. Am I saying that relaxation is the key to, getting more fertile and is the key to conceiving? No, it's not the only solution, but I do believe it plays an important role. I do believe that it enhances, the chance for conception, because you kind of, when you relax, when you release tension, you release stress, you let your body become more balanced. And I mean, you get the energy flowing again to every part of your body, which is really what you need to conceive. Your body is not really thinking of creating a child when you're about to run away from danger. So yeah, relaxation is an important thing, and I think not just for people trying to conceive, but for everyone, we need to be able to release tension much more than we are doing today. But the big question is, what is relaxation? Because relaxation is not, putting yourself in the sofa and watching TV, watching a movie, and thinking that you're relaxed. And that's not it. And I noticed this week, even yesterday, I was working until like 11 o'clock in the evening. I was cleaning up the kitchen, doing laundry, and then I was sending out some mails, doing some social media, and I was like, oh, it's 11 o'clock. Now I'm going to jump in the sofa. I'm going to relax for another hour before I go to sleep. And I was in the sofa, and after like 10 minutes, I was just feeling like, oh my God, I'm actually completely not relaxed. I was actually cramped. My muscles were cramped. I was lying in the sofa, but I wasn't relaxed. And, another indication of that was the fact that my brain still wasn't empty. It was still like tackling some of the things that I had been working on. And so, no, I wasn't relaxed. I was in my sofa. Doesn't mean you're relaxed. And so it's really an important thing. And I challenge you to check that out. If you're lying in the sofa or you're doing something to relax, are you really relaxing? Like, check in with yourself. Maybe put an alarm on your phone when you know you're going to be in this sofa around 9, just put your clock 9:05, let it ring, and just see that as a signal to check in. Am I actually relaxed? Are my muscles really loose? Are they really, is the tension really gone? Or am I lying here still a bit cramped? Then you're not relaxed and your body is not relaxed. And I've noticed this several times with myself that I thought I was relaxed and I wasn't. I was thinking I had taken time to relax, but in fact, I wasn't relaxing. So check in with yourself. When you think you're relaxing, are you really? Because when you're relaxed and you're laying on the sofa, you're actually kind of like, you're like becoming part of the sofa. Then you're relaxed. It's like when you pull up your arm and it kind of falls down. I actually had my nails done now, not with Corona, they're not working, but I had often this woman saying like, relax your hand, I have to move it around. And I thought, well, it's relaxed, isn't it? No, there's still some tension in those muscles. So really relaxing is much more than we make it out to be often. Now, let's go into the exercise. So the tense and release exercise. It actually it doesn't take a lot of time, but you can take about 10 minutes or 15 minutes to do it, and it's actually very simple. What you're going to do is actually first, and this might sound counterintuitive, you're actually going to tense everything up first. So you're actually first going to tense more than you already are. And so the idea is that you tense every muscle in your body and you're also taking in a deep breath. So you're actually sucking up all the energy into your center. I'm just going to, and then, yeah, I'm going to show it in a minute. So you suck it up, you tense everything, and then you hold it for a few seconds, and then you release it like in one breath. You just release everything, you kind of let everything go. So if you want to practice this with me, I don't know where you are. If you're driving the car, don't do this. It's not a good idea. So best thing is to be comfortable, maybe have some loose clothes on, be relaxed, don't have anything disturbing or distracting you. Best thing to do is like just okay, this must have looked funny, but this is it. Like, just really. And I mean, I'm really tensing. I'm like, it's like every muscle in my body is like getting warm and shaking, like just really, like you're so angry, you're gonna smack someone, just building up that tension, keeping it for 5 to 7 seconds, and then just in one bit, you're just releasing it. And then you release it for about 10 seconds, and then you do it again. And you can do it, you can repeat that like 5, 6 times. You can do that for 10 minutes. But I don't know if you're trying this. I already feel more more relaxed and more you actually feel the difference, like tensing and then letting it go, and like you feel all of these muscles just relaxing. That's what you want. And Bruce Lipton, in his book, The Biology of Belief, he said, we live in this modern age where we're on constant alert. Like I said, chronic stress. And you can compare this like when you have sprinters, like the men or women running for the 100 meters, they put themselves in the starting blocks, or how do you call that? And then you have this guy, he yells ready, set, and they make this movement, they go like ready to run, and they're waiting for that pistol so they can start. So that kind of state, that tense state, that's where we're in, like all day. And it's like a constant waiting for that shotgun to go off and to start running, but it doesn't. We don't have to fight or flight anything. There's nothing to fight or flight. We're constantly just in that position. So what you're actually doing with this technique is you kind of when you're tense, you're kind of using that energy of the muscles. You're actually kind of like, yes, I'm fighting, I'm flighting, and then you let it go. And so your system gets a signal like, oh, okay, so we fought something because you tensed and now you're relaxing, so it's gone. Okay, so the moment pause. Okay, as a system, I can now relax. So that's a bit of what you're forcing. You're actually forcing the tension to and the stress to burn off and to go away because you're signaling your body like, okay, I fought and now it's gone. Now we can relax. Your body gets this kind of, oh, okay, oh, we're done. Yes, let me just chill now. So that's a technique. If there's anyone out there who uses artist suggestion, so people out there who are using visualization techniques, affirmation techniques, who use this to transform themselves, to transform the issues that they have in their lives, and they're actually doing this mental dialogue and this self-talk with themselves. Great, love it, really works. But make sure that you do that when you are completely relaxed. So use this technique before you get into this visualization and affirming yourself and talking yourself into a positive future. It's great that you do that, but make sure that your system is released of stress and tension, because if you're still tensed, your mind is not going to be so easily convinced with your self-talk. So your mind's not going to really take on what you're saying to yourself. So if you're into the habit of visualizing, affirming, do this tense and release technique first. Let your whole body relax and then start picturing your beautiful future, talking to yourself in the most positive way, and your brain will much more accept it than when you're stressed because all your energy is going in your muscles and all your attention is going to that fight flight. So that's what I wanted to share with you. So I hope this was helpful. I'd say use this technique, use it before you go to sleep. I mean, it's no surprise that people are having difficulties sleeping if there's still so much tension in the body. You know, when you're lying in bed and you find it hard to sleep, just check in with your body, check in with your muscles. Are they tensed? You know, and usually when you start becoming conscious of the fact that there's a tension, then you have the possibility to actually release and go like, oh, okay, I can actually release it. I'm still tense, I'm still cramped, still, you know, I'm still processing stuff of the day and still have to release this stuff. So that's it for me. This was one technique that is very useful. I have another few techniques that can help to release stress, but that will be for a next time. So try it out, release tension, release stress. We have enough of that. Take care of your body, take care of your energy flow. Make sure to put your body into balance, quiet it down. We're not in life death situations, at least not every one of us, and you know, let's, you know, how do you say it, touch wood that we all stay safe. But really most of the issues that we face, you know, it's minor stuff. So take care of your body, release the tension, release the stress, and take care of yourself. That was it for me right now. Thank you for the comments. I'll see you next time and have a pleasant evening. Bye bye.